Hello, folks. Such a big honor to be here. Um, I'm going to talk about my professor and my mentor of many years, Svitlana Kravchenko. Svitlana was an environmental law professor at Lviv National University. And in the early 90s, together with a few of her students and graduates, she established the very first public interest environmental law firm in Ukraine. As of today, EPL is one of the most respected and recognized environmental NGO in the country, and I have been a proud staff lawyer there since 2005. Apart from being a law professor and a head of an environmental NGO, Svitlana was a member and a vice chair of the Compliance Committee for the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe Convention on Access to Information, Public Participation and Access to Justice in Environmental Matters. For many, many years, she worked on opening the doors to democracy for the former Soviet countries through environmental agenda. And later on in life, she was a founder of the Master of Law graduate program on environmental law and natural resource law here on this campus. Svitlana was a prominent expert in her field and a great inspirer of young souls around her. Not only did she serve as a great role model of a woman who built a successful career in the most noble field of law, she actively engaged with the students and junior associates around her. Back when I was in law school, law professors in Ukraine were unapproachable, arrogant, and plain scary. Not Svitlana. Few years ago, I've met a judge who told me that his very best memories of the law school are field trips and environmental raids he has done as Svitlana's student, and he can't wait to have an environmental case in his court. As a president of an environmental NGO, Svitlana has always gave credit to young associates. She sent us to international conferences in her place. She introduced us to institutions and field leaders worldwide. She led and she inspired, and in many ways, she advanced our careers so much. Her former students are judges, UN top officials, prominent environmental and human rights lawyers in Ukraine and across the globe. And since there have been some talks in this event about fathers and mothers, I think it is safe to say that Svitlana was a mother of public interest environmental law movement in my country. There are still not too many of us, but we are fierce and consistent, and we are bringing up another young generation of our own. And yes, I've met Svitlana when I was very young, and I volunteered for her organization, just making coffee and helping lawyers in any way I could. And I wasn't her student back in Ukraine because by that time, John has snatched her to the United States. But God was excited to find out upon winning a scholarship from the US Department of State that I'm being placed to get my graduate law degree here at the University of Oregon, where Svitlana and John led the environmental program. So this is an utmost great honor and pleasure for me to remember this wonderful person today. My computer has stuck. Okay. To introduce this year's Svitlana Kravchenko Memorial Award winner, we have here Alex Losnek, who has been a plaintiff in youth climate change case for 9 years, who graduated from this law school last May, has passed the bar, and as John Bonai would say, now has a license to sue the bastards.
Thank you. Well, it's an honor to be here and to be introducing this award. I was told I've got to keep my remarks to 10 minutes, so I'll start at the beginning. I was born in a log cabin in Pennsylvania, but no, in all seriousness, it's great to be here, and congratulations, Andrea Rodgers. It's been quite a while that we have been working on the Juliana case, as as you heard, I am one of the original 21 youth plaintiffs. I joined the case not long after I had graduated from high school. It's been going on 9 years now. Um, and I'll just say, a little bit about the case, and then a little bit about Andrea, and then we'll have her up here and present the award. Um, Juliana, I'm sure most folks in the room are familiar with it. It's been called the most important lawsuit on the planet. Um, Judge Ann Aiken here at the Federal District Courthouse in Eugene said it's no ordinary lawsuit. And I think that is exactly right. This is not your garden variety case, and it's not a garden variety environmental case, because what we are arguing and what we're asserting is that we have a constitutional right to a stable climate system that is capable of supporting human life. And when we first filed the case back in 2015, there were plenty of naysayers. There still are, but we've been able to get, with the help of Andrea's extraordinary advocacy, along with Julia Olson and Phil Gregory, who I know are in the audience, and this incredible plaintiff group as well of 21 youth from all over the country. We've been able to get several really, really monumental rulings, including from Judge Aiken, finding that there is, in fact, a constitutional right to a stable climate system. I'll talk a little bit about my background, aside from just being a plaintiff and going to law school here at the University of Oregon. I grew up on a farm down near Roseburg. It's a family farm that's actually been in the family for almost 150 years. That area down in Southern Oregon is absolutely gorgeous. It is a beautiful, beautiful corner of the state, beautiful corner of the country. And as I was growing up, I started to see the ways that climate change was impacting the environment and impacting our farming operation down there. And year after year, I'm sure many of us have experienced this in different ways. But year after year, we've just broken record after record. Every single summer seems to be hotter than the last. When we filed this case, I think there was a bit more reluctance than there is now on the part of the media and even the scientific establishment to some extent to really say these impacts are resulting from climate change. We can draw that direct causal link. But if you read the New York Times as voraciously as I do, you'll notice that the language has started to change, and they now say, these weather events, these extreme storms and heat waves are resulting from climate change. And I think that this case has really helped to draw that link for the public, for the media, and perhaps most importantly, for the courts. Because as the lawyers in the audience know, causation is a crucial element of the Article 3 standing analysis. That is a really key ruling that we've been able to achieve as well, both in the district court and the Ninth Circuit, finding that individuals, including me and including the other 20 youth who are, coming from every corner of the country, that individuals can sue over climate change, that individuals have standing, have personal injuries that are sufficient to be able to bring a case. And that was an unsettled issue. It still is unsettled at the Supreme Court, but I think this is the case to set that precedent and find that individuals can sue over climate change. I'll just say a word about where the Juliana case is right now. We have been in court for going on 9 years. It will be a decade at least before this case is resolved, and I'm hoping that by my 30th birthday, um, you know, I will we'll have it resolved. Um, but we have had three different presidential administrations across that span of time. Very different in some areas, very different, at least with regard to the rhetoric about climate change. But each administration has taken exactly the same approach with regard to the Juliana case, which is, essentially to use every trick in the book to try and stop the case from going to trial. Um, I do not have a window into the internal machinations of the Department of Justice and who exactly is making all of these decisions. But I have long argued, even going back to the Obama administration, that it should be the President of the United States, um, who is making the final call. Uh, President Ronald Reagan, not my favorite of all time, but he said the buck stops here at the president's desk, and I am concerned that the trial lawyers that are handling the Juliana case at the Department of Justice are not at a high enough pay grade, for lack of a better term, to be making these decisions. I think Biden needs to recognize our shared interest in, really getting this case resolved in a way that sets up a framework to deal with climate change and to deal with U.S. carbon emissions going forward for decades to come. Um, I could talk on and on about the law, but as I said, I only have 10 minutes, so I'll say a few words about Andrea, and then have her come up here. Andrea, I think, embodies what all of us in the legal profession should aspire to be. Um, it's so easy to get lost in the maze of legal technicalities and forget the human dimensions of the law, and forget the impact that our work has on real people and their lives. Seeing attorneys like Andrea was one of the things that inspired me to go to law school and make this my path in life. I'm trying to advance justice through the law. And I know many of my classmates at the University of Oregon have similar values and similar sense of mission and purpose, and that's what has drove us through 3 years of law school and to take and pass the bar exam. I've had the surreal experience of actually studying my own lawsuit in in a law school class. I can't imagine there are very many people on the face of the earth right now who've done that. Um, it's been a strange and challenging journey these last 9 years, but a rewarding one. And as I look back, I wouldn't do anything differently, and I would, no matter what, still be standing here with Andrea. I think bringing together the kind of expertise and advocacy that someone like Andrea, Julia, or Phil embodies, with the passion and the moral authority that we as young people have, is absolutely crucial. We need each other. We each have something to bring to the table to move this case forward and advance the urgent cause and need for climate justice. So with that, I'm going to invite Andrea to come up to the stage. Um, and I was told I was told I could go wait on the other side of the stage and then walk across, but that awkward walk to, go up to the microphone is kind of the stuff of nightmares, I think, for many of us. But nevertheless, Andrea, it's an honor. You inspire me. I think you probably inspire just about everybody in the audience today. So I'm going to award you and I'm going to butcher the name, I am sorry, but the Svitlana Kravchenko Environmental Rights Award. Congratulations. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much, Alex. It means the world for you to do that for me. I'll just say a couple of words. To be on this with Svetlana's name is just means more to me than you could possibly imagine. She is everything. I've been very lucky in my life to have hitched my wagon to some incredible mentors, both invited and uninvited. And for students out there, that is your key to success. Surround yourself with people whose work you love, how they live their lives, and how they fulfill themselves by having incredible work is what is really the secret to success. And I've been so fortunate to have done that in my life. And Svitlana is one of those incredible people, not only had incredible academic prowess, but put the work into action, which is something we all aspire to do, but it's not easy to combine both the academic expertise as well as the practical, getting down and dirty and really doing that kind of work and inspiring so many students. So it's an honor to receive this award. John, thank you so much. You mean so much to me personally, my family. I'm so grateful to you as well as anyone else who played a role in this. You as well as one of my incredible mentors, and I've looked up to you, my own for most of my life. So it's such an honor to receive this. So thank you. I'm so lucky to work with the most incredible team of lawyers at Our Children's Trust. I feel sort of odd standing up here because I consider myself more of a worker bee. Most of you know I love to do the litigation, and I surround myself with others who are good at all the other stuff to make us successful. So Julia, particular, you've always believed in me, and I'm so grateful that you invited me to be part of your team. Phil, as well, working with you is not only a joy, I learn something from you every single day, and every other member of the OCT team. I've really learned to be a lawyer and a litigator with all of you. So it's such a pleasure to receive this with all of you here as we embark. And last but not least, I want to thank my family. Charlie, he was one of the people I hitched my wagon to in both law and love. And you've definitely taught me to be a litigator and to sue the bastards. I wear shoes is my only difference with you, but I really appreciate everything that you've given to me professionally. Nobody knows how to litigate a case better than you do, and it's fun to be able to put those strategies into action. So thank you so much, everybody, and I hope everyone had a wonderful conference, and we're going to have a fabulous keynote. Thank you.